have commitments, verbal commitments for a lot more. And numbers like that have never been done in this country. And it's going to get harder. This is in 2 months. It's really in less than 2 months, because since we've really gone out with it. And we have other interesting things. We have things happening in terms of jobs and investment, the likes of which I don't think we've ever seen. If you look at, let's say, $4 to $5 trillion in a period of a month and a half.
Tariffs if you do your product here, if you build whatever it is in the USA. One of the things we're also trying to get is if you buy a car that was built in the USA, you get a deduction on interest. So you got to borrow money to buy a car. If it's built in the USA, never been done before. It's a big deduction for people that really aren't used to deductions, frankly.
The friend in many cases is worse than the foe. They took advantage of us, and we are going to be very nice by comparison to what they were.
Mr. President, you met with the chairman.
Somebody said that about me the other day. He said, who doesn't know me very well, they said, "You're such a kind person." And I said, say that again. They said, "You're a kind person." I said, I've never heard that before. It was a weird statement. I was kind. I've heard of words that I don't know, I better not tell you. You know, I've been called a lot of things, but it's sort of a different kind of a word. It's like an old-fashioned word, isn't it?
Mr. President, you met with the chairman of Stellantis.
2020 standard, and that's, just a few years ago. Oh, they're making it so difficult. All over the world they're making it. It doesn't mean a damn bit of difference either for the
Tariffs on parts that will go into effect over the coming weeks. About what that's going to mean for the price of.
Well, I gave them a big break for a month. I didn't charge them anything, for a big month, for that first month, and they brought a lot of material into this country. That wasn't part of the deal, but that's okay. They're great American car companies and car companies. They haven't. We're going to be very nice to them.
And on a separate issue,
Because that word reciprocal is very important. What they do to us, we do to them. I seem to have an ability to do those things, and if I can do that, I think it's a very worthwhile thing to do. I think we will. No, I want to make sure that he follows through, and I think he will. I don't want to go second. They couldn't get out of there fast enough because they know I don't play games. So I think he's going to live up to what he told me, and I think he's going to fulfill his part of the deal. Now, then you have Zelensky, and hopefully he's going to live up. I see he's trying to renegotiate the rare earth. We did something because, as you know, the Europeans get paid back the money that they gave, and we don't, because Biden is an incompetent president. And he should have asked for rare earth, or he should have asked for the loans to be guaranteed in some form. That's what Europe did. But through you, I heard that they're now saying, well, I'll only do that deal if we get into NATO or something to that effect. Well, that was never, number one, discussed. Number two, I think it's going to be very long before Putin. They said, you're not going into NATO. So we'll see what happens. It's a big race. I love Wisconsin. We won Wisconsin. Would you agree with that, Brian?
Yes,
Too big to ring?
Yes, sir.
So anyway, but yeah, there's a big race, and I hope you get out and vote for the Republican. The woman is a radical left lunatic. And
Winning Wisconsin's a big deal. So therefore, the Supreme Court choice is the one you're talking about right now. It's a big race. It's going to be announced fairly shortly.
Big week deadlines, you got Liberation Day and the TikTok deadline.
Yeah, we do, which I can extend if I want. We have a lot of enthusiasm for TikTok for buying it. I think TikTok is good. I used it I was a great TikTok guy, and we won by 36 points, the youth. We won the youth, which Republicans don't do. Maybe it's because Kid Rock likes Trump, I don't know, but we won the youth by 36 points, and I attribute some of that to TikTok.
Is the TikTok deal, the negotiations now, tied to a bigger tariff deal with China?
No, but it could be. I mean, I've used tariffs for lots of different reasons, but I could see, 1 point in tariffs with China, a big country, would be probably worth more than all of TikTok, as valuable as TikTok is. It's big stuff.
relationship with my son. I happen to think the relationship was hurt very badly by the witch hunt that went on, Russia, and all the crap that they put Don through, who knew nothing about it. But Vanessa and Don had a very good relationship. They have incredible children, 5 incredible children. All good athletes, all great students. They're like, great. I'm not worried about it. Yeah.
Mr. President, can I ask you
I think they have a
something?
chance of doing better, actually, with the tariffs. It could actually help them in a certain way. And I think a lot of them will drop their tariffs because, you know, they've been unfairly tariffing the United States for years. And if you look at the European Union on cars, the European Union already dropped their tariff down to 2.5%.